YouTubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's beer review. Tonight we've got, well, I won't call it a treat or nothing. I'm going to take another look at a beer, mainly because it just started appearing in stores up here, but it's one that I brought back from the States back when I did my earlier reviews. I reviewed this on review number 21 if you want to use it for a frame of reference. But just recently, Labatt signed a contract to produce it up here in Canada. Going to take a look at the Canadian version of Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock is pretty well famous by being the angry video game nerd's favorite beer. If you've ever watched one of his shows, I certainly recommend that you do so because they're hilarious. Numerous references are made to pulling a beer or driving into drinking, and usually his beer of choice, the one he turns to, is Rolling Rock. It's never been sold up here as far as my recollection goes. It's copyright 1939. It says Labatt Brewing Company, St. Louis, Missouri. 4.5% ABV. Labatt Brewing Company, I imagine this one's comes from Halifax. It says Creston. It says London, Edmonton, Creston, Montreal, Halifax, St. John's. I imagine this one was brewed in the Halifax plant, but it's brewed by the Labatt Brewing Company and shipped around. So it's made by the same guys who make like Keys, Spears, the Canadian version of Guinness Extra Stout, which I've heard is crap. They've done other beers too. Well, obviously the Labatt products. And they're part of Anheuser-Busch, which is, I think, in the U.S. what Rolling Rock is part of. Anyway, so it's Rolling Rock Extra Pale Ale. Well, of course, it just says Extra Pale, so whether they actually say that it's an ale or not, they actually don't really say that on the label. It just says Extra Pale. Anyway, it says Rolling Rock Extra Pale. To honor the tradition of this great brand, we quote from the original pledge of quality. From the glass-lined tanks of Old Latrobe, we tender this premium beer for your enjoyment as a tribute to your good taste. And they repeat it in French. Cette bière de qualité supérieure provient des cuves vitrefaites Old Latrobe est brassée pour votre plaisir et est un hommage à votre bon goût. Same shit, just in French. It's funny. Bilingual Rolling Rock can. Otherwise, it looks exactly the same as the ones you can get in the States. Like last time I picked it up, the ones in the States, it's just this basic green can with that logo on it. Other than I don't recall it having a green pull tab, but whatever. And it says 33, which is supposed to be the same number of words that are in the English version, at least, of their pledge of quality. So without further ado, let's crack open and see if Labatt has done a good job with making this one, or if it's, I suppose, I didn't really care for the other one either. It's new at our NB liquor stores. I'm not necessarily learning low on beer to review on this channel. I just saw it and wanted to try it again. Maybe you could consider this the first of my revisited series or something, like taking a look at beers that I've reviewed before, just not in HD quality. So looking at that, gratuitous amount of head. God, man. Look at that. I got that in my Keys glass, another Labatt product. Poofy. A little too much head. Almost no smell at all. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for a bit and I'll let that one die off. That should about do it. So, no need to talk about how much head there was. There was a lot of it, and it took a fair bit to die off. Piss golden color, very light. It's considered an extra pale. I'm not sure if they mean ale or lager, but I thought it was an ale. Let's give it a sniff. Well, it smells very similar. It's got that dirty vegetable smell. A little bit musty. But for the most part, there's almost no smell coming off of that at all. There's no discernible malts. There may be like a tad bit of pale malt, but no discernible real malt smell, no discernible hop smell coming off of the top of that one, just a dirty vegetable water kind of smell. Yeah, almost no smell whatsoever to that one. Let's give it a taste. There's a mild sweetness to it. Perhaps a tad bit of apple juice hop, like a slightly appley hop kind of taste. Like very, very light, very mild apple juice. Blending into that sweetness. There's like a lick of bitterness in the top of the mouth. A little touch in the back of the tongue. There's almost none at all. I'd say if this... I'm not an expert at rating IBUs, but if I were to give this one an IBU rating, I'd say it's well less than 10. It's like carbonated, tasteless beer. And it's got these slightly sweet, it's like a ricey adjunct quality. A little tiny bit of floral sweetness. But it does finish quite dry, and I'm not minding this as much as the American one, actually. Finishes dry and it's very light, but and there's no real, there's a slight green bean kind of quality to it, like to the taste, like vegetable quality, but it's not as apparent as what the American version of Rolling Rock had. The American version of Rolling Rock, I'm going to consider is what it's supposed to taste like. I think really what Labatt has done is they've turned it. Their recipe is like loosely based on what it was in the States. And while it's nice, clean, and drinkable, it's just your basic budget beer. I'm going to sit down with this one and I'll come back with some thoughts. Be right back. And we're back with the Labatt version of Rolling Rock Extra Pale. So I took a look on the break. It actually is indeed a pale lager. I always thought it was an ale for some reason. Anyway, what did I think of this particular beer? Well, in contrast with the American version of Rolling Rock versus the Canadian version, there's like no smell. I reported in my my review of the American version that it had a nice, a mild floral smell to it, floral hop smell. Where this one, it's mainly just a musty, dirty water kind of smell. Other things I remember from the American version of the of Rolling Rock is that after a while drinking it, not that it wasn't like light or crisp or smooth or anything, it just seemed to have like this overwhelming, dirty, water, boiled vegetable kind of taste to it. Whereas this one, the tastes in the back and the subtle flavors aren't exactly well pronounced. There's slight traces of it, but it almost seems that maybe a Labatt's using maybe a little bit more adjuncts or something, and it doesn't quite taste the same as Rolling Rock. However, what I think is that what Labatt has done to Rolling Rock to produce it up here almost makes it better. Because now this beer is a nice, smooth, easily drinkable beer, slightly crisp in the back. It's just a nice, smooth, drinkable beer. Nice, light beer. Those features that were in the American version of Rolling Rock, I almost think that this one is, because Labatt got it wrong, they made it better. I don't get it, and I'm going to actually have to pass this beer. I actually kind of liked it. It was, I mean, it's not absolutely incredible or nothing. but it's drinkable, and I'm scared. I actually liked it. I'm sorry. Okay, 2.5 out of 5 for me, and I'm gonna go kick myself in the corner. So, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review. I'm gonna go hit myself now. Talk to you later. Bye.